Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in our one duplicant challenge. I spent a couple of cycles on the main planetoid cleaning up a few things, mainly collecting some materials and deconstructing old stuff. And as it so happens, the tungsten volcano is soon ready to erupt. Next activity is going to be in around 0.4 cycles. Currently I'm making my way back because I did forget about something. I believe we do have about a cycle worth of time before this kicks in motion. But when I built the addition here, I just figured I connected these guys wrong. I think I forgot to remove a certain bridge. This bridge right here needs to be removed. And if we are lucky, we can actually make it inside of here before it is too late. So I'm just gonna remove these tiles and then we also should remove this bridge, like this first conveyor bridge. Doesn't seem to be quite right. Also, this sensor here I want to set to above, let's say 200 degrees. If we reach 200 degrees or lower, we will bypass it. And this is where this bridge is kind of weird. I don't know, I think I just forgot to deconstruct it. Also, I would like to make an addition here, so I in the future can spawn a couple of critters, and when they turn into meat, these will also be dropped. And you can also see all of the fish laid one egg by now, and it seems as though they do that at age 15. So that is actually pretty convenient. That theoretically means we are gonna accumulate more and more fish, since the fish live for 25 cycles. Now, when am I gonna arrive? 0.5 cycles, and this is gonna erupt in 1.4 cycles, so that seems to be pretty convenient. Anyways, in today's episode, I would like to go ahead and visit, where is it? FROSTIBO. This guy right here. If we oversee the planetoid, this is where we have the temporal tear opener, and I would like to take apart this planetoid and get it ready for whatever method we're gonna use to charge the rat bolts. Here we go, 10 seconds left to go. Let's visit the planetoid. Check this out. We should now also not get any carbon dioxide. Here we go. That looks about right. Everything is going into space. And now I kind of would like to prioritize whatever we have going on here. Could we do this, please? Thank you. Go in there, take that apart, and now you gotta collect this. That is more important. Okay, that's out of the way. And now if we have a look at the cycle, this makes much more sense. Yeah. This is exactly what I wanted. What's going on here? What's happening? Wait, that doesn't even make sense, right? Okay, I think I had this connected, potentially. And now because the materials here are below 200 degrees, they are going out. I think I have an additional connection here. Why is this stopping? I'm not so sure. Oh, did we just get our first meat here? I think we did. Let me set up the second door here. Come on. And we also need to hook this up to our cable. Can we reach everything? I think so. It looks like we are overloading this circuit here. Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and cut this. And that should get rid of our problems for now. Okay, now everything is going into the interplanetary launcher, and this is just gonna be sent to the home planetoid. The only question is, how are we gonna deal with the eggshells? Like, I kind of need to take care of them too. Let's just go with a solid filter. We can place that here, get this inside, and if we get some meat, we're gonna send it this way, and everything else we're gonna send that way. Cut this connection. Yeah, that looks about right. So this is supposed to then go up. So I cannot connect this, but we're gonna use a bridge right there. As for the solid filter, we're gonna set that to Pacu fillet. And I guess that's that. Another printable, what is it gonna be? Oh yeah, there seems to have been an update and some of the mods aren't working anymore. Yeah, so we're gonna reject all of that. As for the tungsten, before it erupts, I wanna wait a little bit. I don't wanna pick it up immediately. So maybe we can accumulate a little bit of heat here inside the water. And then right here, this conveyor loader is just gonna pick up everything, right? No, actually we don't wanna pick up the eggs. So we want to remove all critter eggs, yes. And there, everything except the food goes back to the launcher, being sent home, and you can also see the system here kicked in. So now, we have the tungsten volcano erupting, which looks good. Okay, we are already getting some steam, that is pretty good. This comes out at 1,000. Okay, now I think we're ready to pick up the items. We're gonna set this to all. and then they should be running through the cycle here. We are getting 600 degrees. Steam turbines haven't kicked in yet. This is at 160 degrees, so this should pass and go into the second cooling phase. I still don't know why they seem to be halting here. I mean, there's nothing in the way, is there? Except maybe I have a connection here. I don't know. I'm so confused. Either way, they're going through the second cooling phase here, and now they are coming out at a very nice temperature. And now we just have to wait for this guy to shoot its rat bolt. Come on, you can do it. Just one more. There we go. And that was another shot. Beautiful. Now, of course, usually we don't have so many items in here, so they are not usually going to queue up this way. I think we're going to be totally fine. Yeah, so these were all the changes I wanted to make to this planetoid. We also, we should probably set up something for the water sieve here. I don't really know. I think I'm just gonna set up a storage bin here, and then, let's actually do it over here, and then also have a auto sweeper just feeding the water sieve so we don't have to stay on the planetoid. Filtration medium, bring some sand along, but let's only do like 5,000 kilograms. And that is good enough for me. We can go back home and then make our way over to FROSTIBO to claim it. Begin that launch sequence. See ya some other day, planetoid. And yeah, I guess we will just see how this is exactly developing and how much tungsten we will be getting. I mean, after all, we now have plenty of niobium. If we have a look at the molecular forge here, we can craft thermium with niobium. We have 12 tons only on this planetoid, but there's plenty more. And now we should also be getting the tungsten on a regular basis, which is nice. And we get 100 kilograms of thermium with that, which is going to give us an overheat temperature of plus 900, contrary to steel, which would be plus 200. Okay guys, I noticed two things. What I should have done here is I should have set the eggshells to be filtered out and then sent over, because my intention was to also collect other stuff other than Pacu fillets. So that is actually a real shame and might even cause some problems. The other issue was that I tried to send over so many materials with the launcher system that was only designed to deliver a certain amount. So yeah, this is now a little bit of a problem because this guy is only kind of shooting once per cycle. And in order to fix that, I for now severed this connection, but hopefully we're going to be able to keep up with the tungsten volcano here. I think for the most part we should be alright. Either way, we now have arrived in orbit of FROSTIBO, and I already prepared a little something here on the main planetoid. If we check out on the very top here, I have this launcher filled with iron and copper. There's even more copper in the conveyor loader, so all of this should be shot over to FROSTIBO. Let's do this. Go, 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 go. And then of course more materials are incoming, and we should also be recharging right away. Yeah, I just love the system here on this planetoid. Come on, give me another shot. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Wonderful. And now, of course, all of these payloads are making their way over to FROSTIBO, which means we should be able to already land this, right? Well, we are going to select Nathan here as our deployment duplicant. And let me just have a look inside here. Yeah, we need to open up the door, right? And in order to do that, I need to set this. Okay, yeah. Door is open. Now we can actually go ahead and deploy Nathan. Where do we want to do this? I guess right here seems to be a nice spot. And that is now happening. We can wait for the payloads. There we go. Let's already deconstruct the Trailblazer module and start on digging. And I'm just gonna dig my way into here, and I'm just gonna wait for the payloads. Yeah, there we go. There are some. As a matter of fact, empty all storages, and we're gonna build a rocket platform as soon as possible. Let's build that out of iron. Well, maybe copper would be easier. Oh, check this out. We even already had some lead on this planetoid, so the rocket platform was for free. Let's see. I'm probably gonna set this up right here, and then what materials do we have? No good materials for the ladders, but I guess we can still do something like that. There's another payload. Give me that. Now we kind of need to hurry up with the rocket platform. Yeah. As it turns out, we didn't actually need all these payloads. Look at this. We just received our first payload here, or one of our firsts. just the random stuff I picked up. That actually reminds me, we should check that we make some progress here. Okay, we're out of the danger zone somewhat. And this is now all nice tungsten at a nice temperature being delivered back home. Very nice. Either way, let's get this rocket to land on the platform here. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, that was actually close. What is that? Whoa, did I break the game? Wait, this is a different planet. This is a different planetoid. I recognize this. This is exactly what we have on Alcesta right here. Yeah, this was that system and then these two volcanoes, but it was visible on FROSTIBO. You see these two tungsten volcanoes and then the stuff. Okay, well, I guess these planetoids are stacked on top of each other. I did not realize. I knew they were stacked next to each other, but dude, that is kind of crazy. Here we go. My rocket is here. Let's finish the staircase before it is bedtime. Here we go. Here we are. We are now ready to take apart this planetoid. I'm looking forward to it. Still a little bit weirded out by the fact that we can see parts of Alcesta on this planetoid. Nathan. No, I forgot to reset the crew, right? You should be sleeping inside. Can I make you go inside maybe? No. What's happening? This is your bed. And this is... Oh, I see what is happening. Okay. With this star map sensor, I also need to set this to FROSTIBO. And now this door will be opened. Wonderful. So Nathan can actually sleep where he is supposed to. Wow, I did accumulate quite a bit of rats here. Let me actually see. This is a slight hazard. Okay. So maybe one thing we already want to do is set up a ceiling. So in the end, we can work rats free. And now we just do what we do best and we take apart another planetoid. Holy cow. Just quickly checking back on Alcesta. Yeah, we're not keeping up here. Come on, come on, come on. Oh man, we're still working on igneous rock and stuff like that. That is not cool. I'm gonna erupt one more time. Yeah, though I think we can keep up. I mean, these steam turbines have no issues whatsoever. Everything looking good. Let's go back to FROSTIBO. What are we doing? Nothing. That's not good. We gotta keep this up. Yeah, I think with a too thick layer, we're gonna be fine. It's just 42 rats per cycle, mostly safe. So I'm gonna be finishing that and then we're slowly gonna make our way down. Alrighty, we are back and a couple of cycles have passed. I also installed a solar panel and I had to reset my skills because it was getting too stressful with all the points I allocated. However, now we can basically go to town with this. I might not want to dig up this part. What is this? This is just ice. Yeah, I might want to go ahead and secure this volcano as things are going to melt eventually. We're not going to do anything with this volcano. We do have lots and lots of iron, over 100 tons as a matter of fact, at home. And honestly, I can probably already get rid of these ladders here. Just needed them to conveniently be able to take apart the terrain. And holy cow, that is another cycle gone. By the way, I noticed no lag whatsoever so far, even though we explored quite a bunch of planetoids and stuff is happening. By now, I would have lagged for sure, with multiple duplicates and maybe progressing a little bit too quickly. I do know we are taking our sweet time with this, but I feel like we're now making quite a bit of progress and we can now go into territory that is quite unnecessary to complete the game, but it's just fun, like Thermium. As usual, I'm also gonna make my border right here. Just have this nicely arranged with a bunch of tiles on either side. Checking back on Alcesta, we can actually easily keep up, so if I didn't make that mistake, we would be cruising along without too many issues. Dude, I gotta say, I could just watch my dupe for hours this way, and I'm not sure I will ever be able to play with normal dupes again. But it's curious with my stress, I seem to be at the same level all the time. 2 days stress, full bladder, popped eardrum seems to be an issue. I don't know, as long as it doesn't get any worse, I guess we cannot really complain. And look at this, I'm just going through the terrain like butter. It's just the abyssalite layers that still take a while, but the ice here is just absolutely ridiculous. Very nice, I have to say, we are making good progress here and there are just so many iron volcanoes. I'm tempted to tame them just to brag about having 1000 tons of iron in the end. It's funny, I started with so much water and almost all of it by now froze over. You know, we might actually come up with a crazy design with these volcanoes. What if we pumped all of this out? This would be a vacuum. And then we just accumulate a sea of molten iron. I would totally love that. So it looks like we have a total of 4 volcanoes on this planetoid alone. It would be a shame not to do anything with them. Oh well, let's wrap this episode up first of all by digging up the entirety of it. Alrighty, we are back, and as you can see, I've made some substantial progress here. We're now almost through the entirety of the planetoid, and I started to make this nice little border. We are also taking apart all the scaffolding that we don't need anymore. And then I guess it's time to do a little first cleanup. Let me think. I might want to bring the materials up here somewhere, just to gather them in one spot here. I do not have the demolition skill, but our stress level went down to 50%, which is good. Could we theoretically afford that? Yeah, when it comes to sheer morale points, we can easily get into the demolition skill. And that means I will be able to take all of these guys apart. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cleaning everything up. That's the rest of it. There, the automatic dispenser we're gonna set to all and sweep only, so we can start collecting some of these materials that are just hanging around. It is also important that we pick up everything so we don't actually get any more gases, and over time there will be no gas emitting resources on the floor. But yeah, overall I have to say we made a really good job, and I think we were just in the nick of time. If we check this out, we have about 9 cycles worth of food left on the rocket right there. If we check one last time back here on Ozista, we now are accumulating a bunch more, but you know, you have to take into consideration that this thing is gonna fall dormant at some point, and then we have plenty of time to ship the rest of the food. But I did make some calculations as to just how many rat bolts I'm gonna need to effectively take care of that. So the only thing we still have to do in the next episode is to reverse the filter, so only the eggshells are gonna be extracted out, and then the rest is gonna go directly to the tree. Now I actually made another mistake that was quite consequential. We now have polluted oxygen all over the place. It is just absolutely horrible, especially in here, polluted oxygen, and that is because out of panic I connected these rails so I can get the food back in there before it spoils. But naturally we still got some polluted dirt and stuff that is now expelling polluted oxygen. So I'm gonna be going back to this planetoid in order to make these fixes, especially with the solid filter, but I'm probably not gonna show that to you. As we're now through with the planetoid, well, I guess I'm still gonna go ahead and remove this shebang, and then, well, we pump it out again, or alternatively we can just let it dissipate. Yeah, it looks like we still managed to get a little bit of naphtha in the joint here, so I will go back to this planetoid as well. Well, maybe I'm just gonna meet you at the beginning of the next episode on this planetoid. Let me see what we can get here. Larva eggs, no thank you. But yeah, my main goal for today's episode was to finish this planetoid, maybe start collecting a bunch of these materials, and then eventually I will be fixing the rest here on this planetoid. I mean, everything is still working. We will be producing some resin and isoresin. As a matter of fact, we should probably check just how much isoresin we currently have. This might already have been brought back to the planetoid. No, apparently not. Unless maybe we cannot see it because no duplicant is on the planetoid. Yes, indeed. There is 177 kilograms here. And we also got almost 5 tons of tungsten. So there's not too much isoresin. Let me see. What do we need for insulation? To make 100 kilograms of insulation, we need 15 kilograms of isoresin, a little bit of abyssalite and reed fiber. So the reed fiber is going to be important. We will have to activate our second reed fiber farm here. But yeah, essentially in the next episode we can build our first isoresin, and then we will have the perfect insulator to build crazy machines. So yeah, still lots to do, and I would say I'm gonna meet you right back in the next episode once we get going with the next project. Also, once again, let me know what you want to see, what types of projects are you interested in next, so I might be able to get to these a little bit quicker. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching me hollowing out this planetoid, getting it ready to build something to charge the temporal tear opener. But with that out of the way, have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.